We're going to go ahead and do a reading specifically for twin flames, for the divine feminine, for the divine masculine, to see what is going on. Today we have so much going on. We have a cosmic kiss happening between Venus and Mars. Venus is still in Pisces. We know Mars is retrograde in Cancer, but this is bringing spectacular energy for your love life. It's one of the most romantic energies of the year. However, with that Sagittarius moon, it might be bringing drama to the surface, but we're at a point where we're no longer blaming the cosmos for any things that are coming up that we may need to resolve or deal with or look at within ourselves. So oftentimes these cosmic energies can stir things up. The energies are quite high. We're in quite the wave of energy. Yesterday and today we've been in a K5 index. So quite the wave still coming in. You should be really tapping into these energies, whether you're using them for healing, getting things done, or even manifesting. With that Cancer energy in the mix, it's powerful energy for manifesting and even tapping into all of the abundance that the universe has to offer. Things are flowing and things are moving fast. You can probably tell. That's probably because we have a powerful planet parade happening above us. It's really reaching its peak. Now we're going to be in these, we'll say energies, we'll call them, right? We're going to be in this planet parade actually through a lot of February and even March. One of the other key points and best days to see that, obviously today, but the 28th of February is going to be a powerful point in this planet parade too. So we have Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune all in alignment. This is a powerful synchronicity of our solar system as these planets line up, and more importantly, as we're able to see this, call it a lineup, from all places on earth that's visible. So the powerful energies coming our way, the stars and the entire universe are aligned in a very, very favorable way today too. Some of these planets are very much going to be affecting your love life right now. We have a big focus on healing your love life and even finances. And I think this is important too, because this is actually today's Mars and Jupiter, I'll call it a trine, is actually part of a triple trine. There's going to be a series of 3 that play out. Now, actually, now that Venus is in Pisces, this is the best time for your love life. It is exalted there. It's bringing dreamy vibes. It's bringing romantic and, wanting to make your story that fairy tale love story kind of vibes going on. And you better enjoy it, because Venus is going to shift into retrograde, and this is going to happen actually in Aries, and this is not the most favorable position for this retrograde, and it's also going to happen on March 1st. So we should be enjoying this dreamy Pisces vibe for your love life and kind of tapping into these romantic dreamy vibes and energies for your love life before it does shift retrograde. And whenever any planet goes retrograde, it's going to encourage us to go backwards and to heal things from our past. And when we deal with Venus retrograde, we have a big focus on healing our love life and even our finances, which are themes that are going to continue to play out. We're already well in them, but they're going to continue to play out over the next couple of months too. So we do have this triple trine that's happening. April 6th is going to be the second. This is going to be in Pisces and Cancer. And then, of course, May 22nd, and this is in Aries and Leo, and this is where Venus will go direct. So this is really the first of a series. I call them doorways, but this is a series of 3 events that are going to really impact and bring a lot of energy into your love life. Now, you might be reflecting on your love life. Some people, this might be a great alignment. Maybe some of you guys are really doing some soul searching on if this connection is for you or even emotionally fulfilling during this time. But of course, it's the twin flame reading, so I try to stick with that topic. But let's go ahead and start with a reading for the divine feminine first. Remember, this is just a general collective reading. Why I say to do those one-on-one phone calls on my website too, and you're really, really needing to. I have so much support on my website. I have text support options. I have one-on-one. Any of the readings are phone call options. I am an energy healer is what I do, and I help you guys to take care of your energy. So make sure you're taking care of your energy. You're needing to on the twin flame journey, whether you're really good at that or you're just getting into it. You're being guided to really dive deep into your awakening, ascension, and even your healing journey on the twin flame journey too. It's not for the faint of heart. It can be a lot of work, right? Okay, so I have lots of healings, clearings, and activations on my website. I do twin flame coaching, which is great for everyone with helping you to heal specific things. I've put together this program to help you with what I see as specifically come up in order on the twin flame process. So if you want to do it I say your way, right? Sometimes you can run into triggers and hiccups and bumps, and I really help you so you don't have to go into that and learn the hard way to go in and heal some of these things so that they are not being triggered by your twin flame or triggering each other on the path, right? So I have all sorts of amazing healings on there. I have, today's a big activation day, not sure the rest, right? But you can do anything in my shop all the time anyways. Today's a big activation day. I'm going to be doing healings and activations today. I have stuff up the next couple of days, and then that's going to take us into the Aquarius new moon, which is the 29th. So we're actually pretty busy every day until then, I noticed. So we're in some big energies. Make sure you're using them and making them work for you. But I'm going to start with a reading for the Divine Feminine. Remember, this is just a general reading, so only take what resonates for you. Always encouraging you to dive deep into your own individual situation, because that's what it's going to come down to. I was telling someone, you know, it's all about doing that inner work to change your belief system, to raise your frequency, and to integrate into the 5D. And, you know, you have to do that work yourself, too, when it comes to the changes happening on the planet. And Twin Flame is all about you getting in alignment with yourself, source, and these higher energies too. So let's start with a reading for the Divine Feminine. But like I said, encouraging you to get one-on-one readings through my website, Sparks of Divine Light Healing, if you need me. Reading for the Divine Feminine Collective, Divine Masculine if you're watching, direct messages from your feminine. My heart always comes back to you even when I don't want to. Destined love is in the air. So this might be bringing past connections back. I think this is very favorable with today's alignment, because if you are twin flames and maybe you've been separated or maybe you weren't ready. So if you're not together, you weren't ready at that time. I see a lot of signs of that too. And if one isn't ready, both aren't ready, and being guided to work on yourself individually, and maybe you can be a better match when you come back together. These energies are going to bring some people back that have been doing the work and kind of shift some of you guys out of separation that are ready for that too. Make sure you're kind of doing that work too. So oftentimes our heart is powerful. So I was writing a lot about sharing a heart, not just a heart chakra, but a toric heart chakra field with your twin flame, of how our energy is wired up. It doesn't matter if you have never met this person on planet Earth, you are literally connected to this person across every lifetime, across time and space. So even if you haven't met this person, say, you're impacting each other more than you know through the heart chakra. This is why, you know, your hearts really beat as one. You literally have, like I always say, half of your twin flame's heart within you, and they have half of yours within them, but you share that heart chakra toric energy field. Now this is why it's very, very important to keep your heart chakra open and clear. I think that's a message coming in a minute, but I think it's very important that you're keeping your heart chakra open and clear. Old trauma, grief, negative energies and emotions can block it up, blocking up the line between you and your twin flame and the connection. We know negative energies get in the way, and they can hurt both of you. They can throw it off. They can cause negative, you know, karma and things like that. So you really want to keep your heart chakra open and clear. The more that you are keeping your heart chakra open, clear, and activated, this is going to really open up the line with your twin flame. Oftentimes, and I always say this, and people won't like that. Sorry. Yes, your twin flame, if there's karma that you need to resolve, baggage within yourself, templates, imprints and things like that, it's going to come to the surface. Negative energies you're still holding on to, unhealed baggage, all the stuff that you have to process. It's not like, oh, you meet your twin flame and that work is over. Oftentimes your twin flame is going to trigger you and trigger this stuff to the surface. They might trigger a lot of hidden negativity or inner negativity or negative traumas, wounds you didn't know you had to the surface, okay? But when you really dive into this healing, you're going to go through a powerful transformation on the energy level very, very fast as you are releasing and clearing all of this garbage, I call it gunk energetically, that isn't serving you, and negative energies, because it's been weighing down your frequency. And so as you're doing that work and you're unpacking what you need to deal with, you're going to raise your frequency, hopefully very, very fast. This is why things like energy healing, getting out of negativity, changing your belief system, raising your frequency will really help you on the journey. Heart chakra connection is so powerful for twin flames. And this is why oftentimes you guys are really going to feel each other. You're going to sense each other. You could be across the planet and it won't matter. You're still sending and sharing, receiving energy, and it won't even matter. Like, it'll be like there's no distance, there's no time, you know, things like that. With this connection, it's that powerful. Your silence feels safer to me. I don't want to get hurt again. Okay, some of you guys have a lot of wounds that go back to abandonment, betrayal, and trust issues. This is a theme coming up, fear. So you hold a fear or you hold an issue or a wound within yourself. Sometimes you haven't acknowledged them and you tend to have people act them out, and Twin Flame is no different. So if you have a really bad fear of being left or abandoned, people tend to do that to you, right? And so sometimes these are sometimes the things that you have been through are connected to deeper wounds that you need to heal, especially any that your twin flame is triggering or guiding you to heal or look at. And so sometimes we don't realize how powerful we are, that we're actually manifesting our reality. You think it, your twin flame does it. You think it, it happens. You think it manifests. This is what I'm getting at. So oftentimes we manifest our reality and we're more powerful than we think. So our thoughts are very, very careful. I had someone say, well, I didn't say that to my twin flame. I was like, you're thinking it. It doesn't go by what you're saying to them. It's just what you're thinking. The universe responds to what we're thinking all of the time. And so this is why it's very important that we're purging out negativity on every level, the mental, the mind, the energy, blocks, things like that. It's very important that we're taking a deeper look at our programming, patterning, and trying to really improve ourselves and work on healing areas of negativity. Any areas of negativity, doesn't matter what they are. You brought out the best in me. I came alive in your presence. And so this person, this is how you're going to know it's your twin flame. You're going to know anyway. I always say that. They're going to make you want to be a better person. Oftentimes it can trigger any areas that you need to heal or you don't feel good enough in your life. That can be part of the process. So it can be intense when they shine a light on these areas, or even maybe say things or point out things that you might not like. But it's going to help you with it. If there's any areas that you feel insecure or inadequate, or that you just need to really improve yourself or your life, could be your energy, it could be things in your life, needing to really heal these areas, especially any that your twin flame has shined a light on. It's easier being with someone from my world. All right, this can be a challenging connection. And I was downloading something on this because I always ask a lot of questions of the universe and kind of integrate what I got. And your love is that powerful that there is no block, there is no barrier, there isn't any situation, don't care what it is, that you guys can't get through with that love. Like, it is that powerful. I gotta call it of a solve, or it's that powerful of a magnetic force or a force of energy that it won't matter what you're facing. So when some of you guys might have unknowingly manifested situations for yourself, or you might be facing obstacles, blocks, situations, things that the universe has put you in, tests to see if you keep going or where you're at, you will be tested. And I feel that on earth anyway. So you might be going through a lot, we'll say. Just know that your love is that powerful, that true unconditional love is in the air. And that's the real kind, right? Where it doesn't just give up and fold. So I like this. A lot of times we like to love from our ego mask. It's like we're very superficial 3D karmic connections where they don't go that deep, and it's very the ego level. Twin flame is going to shake you up to your core, hopefully, and it's going to be an unconditional love where shadows will be triggered, egos will be triggered, attachments will be triggered and have to go. All this has to go, right? This is what I'm getting at. You're going to go through many layers. Your inner child trauma will come up, your ego will come up, like your attachments will get triggered, right? I just explained to someone that can get yucky. Like, some of you guys have been holding deep-rooted attachments, and I say you're going to figure out what they're feeding on you, right? And things like that. So on the energy level, there's a lot of clearing that needs to be done and healing, and there's going to be these different layers that you have to go through of healing. And it can get a little messy, like flat out purging everywhere if you didn't notice. And that is how you're going to be able to tell with this connection, though, because, they're going to stay through all of that, right? Like they've seen your best in the beginning, where most people might have, and I hate to trigger old stuff, but maybe you didn't go that deep with people because, they didn't stay for the unpleasant stuff and they got out of there, right? I know in the past, all these other stuff that you might have been through, and that's okay because it wasn't real. It wasn't on that level. Twin flame is going to be able to go through all of that and continue and prevail on top of it, and to heal that and to move through it, right? Because that's how powerful this connection is. That's what I'm getting. So oftentimes you got to go through these layers of healing. Inner child, first layer. Back to this. Okay, your inner child is going to come up. They're probably going to trigger it in some way. One of the ways that we are, and I feel we can say we manifest this unknowingly, re-triggering some of these old wounds, abandonment, rejection, feeling not good enough, unhealed aspects, things from your childhood you haven't integrated and healed. Oftentimes this can present as relationship problems. So we had ways that we might have experienced, could be neglect, not fully being taken care of in childhood. This can manifest as relationship instability and relationship blocks and problems and negative relationship patterns. Oftentimes our negative relationship patterns actually go back to inner child healing that needs to be resolved. And so many of the past connections in your life were actually attracted out of a need to heal. I know any karmics are actually attracted out of a need to heal in some type of way, and something you needed to work out within yourself or to see within yourself. It just kind of depends. We have new energies coming in, new dawn. I love that because it's my Jupiter energy. There's a lot of luck, love, and good energy in the air. You want to be tapping into it. I noticed the high that the whole planet was on last night. It was nice. And we're on that same high today, I noticed. I was like, okay, so new energies coming in. They're beautiful, they're amazing, and they're helping you to rise up and to level up. But you have to really be accountable for yourself. So if you just sit around and don't do much, nothing much changes in your life, make sure you're putting in that hard work. We still have a lot of that energy as we're kicking off this new year, 2025, right? Of like kind of putting in the work. So you want to figure out what you want to manifest, what you want to make happen. You get these goals in mind in your life of things you want to achieve or do. And sometimes that's working with spirit, working with your spirit guides too, to do this, okay? Now we have You're Stronger Than You Think, and you can get through this. My favorite is where a lot of you guys think surrender is giving up and throwing the towel in. Definitely not. Stay committed if you want your twin flame to commit to you. We see that a lot of different, I've had to pinpoint so many problems. I've worked with so many twin flames and learned so much on this journey. And obviously I'm on my own twin flame journey that has not been easy. I say that to encourage you guys, right? Okay, so I've had to pinpoint so many problems, and one thing I see is my twin flame is not committing to me, but sometimes you guys haven't committed to your healing or committed to the journey in the way that you need to. This is where I love this card because it's real. The work is going to be done for you, Divine Feminine. Life review. This is where you go back into different areas of your life and you need to release, heal them, and understand them better. It's almost, I wrote a chapter in some of my books on this because I had to go through these processes while still very much alive as part of my ascension, where you go back in. So ego is where you were kind of in the 3D going through experiences, and we love to point the finger and blame everyone else, and we're in this victim consciousness and this pattern of creating these victim narratives. Once you wake up and the ego goes, you're like, oh, okay, I've been causing all my own problems, and maybe I wasn't that great to learn with X, Y, and Z, right? And you begin to look at these areas and you begin to, do that life review, and maybe even make amends for your actions and ways that you acted while asleep in the matrix, and you begin to face some of these things. And some of this stuff isn't the greatest, but it's whatever you need to resolve within yourself. And then awakening is the ultimate second chance energy. It's the rebirth, right? Where you go through a spiritual awakening and you can change your life. You can be of service. You can help the planet, and you can make amends for some of the mess you created unknowingly while you were asleep and things like that. Are there deeper areas that you need to go into and that you need to heal? Now, when I do this work with people, which I do daily, obviously, I find so many problems that people are having with their twin flame in the now go back to unresolved past issues that need to be healed. So some of you guys, I call these patterns, are replaying patterns from your past and having these things come up that you probably don't want in your manifesting and things like that. So sometimes we have to resolve negative energies from our past, blocks, karmic things and stuff like that, so that it doesn't keep affecting us in the now, things that we need to work through and stuff like that. This is why it's really beneficial for you to get some help with this process too, especially if you just want to get a lot lighter, you want to heal, you want help on your journey, you're in separation and you're stuck. All signs you need some help. Okay, bright heart light. We talked about opening up your connections, healing your heart to open up your connection. This is where the barriers started. Sometimes this isn't even from past stuff, but 99% of the time it probably is your problem, right? But maybe not. Sometimes we pick up some of our programming from childhood and just how we're wired up, and we built walls and defenses and layers, and it's hard to get in, right? And we can really easily get triggered and close people out and things like that. And so this is blocks within our heart chakra. Oftentimes we never fully opened up our heart chakra until our spiritual awakening, where we have to do that deeper chakra work to really open up all of our chakras. You're being guided to do a deep level of healing right now. life can block us up as we're going and we're navigating this experience. Past experiences that have been painful, old wounds, or even childhood programming and things like that can affect our chakras. You're being guided to really do some heart chakra healing to help open up your heart chakra. Calming the waters, peaceful self-regulations is huge. Learning how to regulate your own emotions so you're not bringing yucky energy into other areas of your life or your connection. And this is important because oftentimes very unhealthy, suppressing, stuffing down emotions. And we're taught, I don't want to say in healing because I don't heal like that, but in healthcare and things like that, we're taught to mask and suppress and shut down side effects and things like that. But actually the symptoms, illnesses, side effects, emotional problems, mental health problems, these are all coming from, here kitty, these are all coming from repressed emotions and toxic energies that we've been not dealing with and stuffing inside the body and things like that. So when we go through negative trauma and we haven't healed fully, it's still going to affect us, and your body gets out of balance and lets you know in what way. It could be illness, it could be feeling emotional or dealing with intense emotions that are surfacing. You're being guided to really heal so that you can stay more balanced on every level. And this goes for, I've seen such upheavals during the separations and things like that, that it can put people in the spins, purges, very emotional. So oftentimes that's where you can see in those spaces, for you guys that have done these separation purges, I call them purges, releases of negative energy that comes forth and you don't even know from where. Oh, it comes forth. It's coming from within. A lot of the healing that we need to do comes from within at different times. And so sometimes it needs to be triggered to the surface so that you can see it, understand it, and even heal it too. You're being guided to really work on your healing. This is going to help you to stay more balanced and less triggered and easily to regulate yourself better. Okay, we have Circle of Eternal Joy. This is timelessness and your dance of life. This is a connection that transcends every single lifetime. This is your person. And this is why it's very important that you clear your karma so you can be with your person. When you have karma owed out, learning with karmics, when you've cleared your karma, you're able to be in union with your twin flame. So this is all up to you and your own soul's journey and how much you have to kind of work on within yourself. That work is always done within yourself for that healing. So if you want to open up union, healing different aspects of yourself, this could be facing triggers, old wounds, inner child blocks, or even karma that you still have to deal with. Hidden knowledge, Akashic records, silent and understanding. Maybe some of you guys are being guided to tap in for more information on your situation. That's why I always say to do the reading sessions with me on my website. It'll give you a ton of clarity, what to be doing, how to shift things too, because I'm not just doing readings. I'm helping you to shift around things and change things and navigate this. So even if you're just needing a little bit more clarity, information, you guys always know you can book me anytime on my website. Healing Earth, the power to give and receive healing. And I think this is so important too. Make sure you're staying grounded. Make sure you put connecting with the earth and energy work in your spiritual practices. It's very, very important that you do. When we don't take care of our energy, we end up getting sick and then usually turning to it later or not feeling well or full of negative energy that can manifest in different ways in our life or our energy field and things like that. We should be regularly decluttering our energy. Imagine if you never cleaned your house for a few months, how it would look. Okay. I'm like a clean freak now. Imagine if you just stopped cleaning for a year. That's how your energy field would look, or just like you're more magnetic even. So just look at it like that is your house now, right? Your energy field and things like that. So we want to be able to take care of our energy. It'll really, really help you to feel better, vibrate higher, and do better in all areas of your life. We have the star. This is a destined connection. This is also staying positive, optimistic, and hopeful about the future. Dreams and desires. We're in all this Pisces energy. I'm not getting into it now, but that new moon in Aquarius aligns with that North Node in Pisces. It's going to bring a beautiful energy we're in, and take advantage of it before Venus suddenly does its plunge into Aries. And then I said this is March 1st, and this might affect things too. So take advantage of this dreamy energy. This is something fated. Get on that vibe with it. And a lot of you guys, so the 3Ds, it is what it is, right? When you get on that 5D vibe, it's feeling dreamy, it's feeling light, it's that overlay ahead, it's a higher dimension. Yes, you're still existing in the physical. People are like, when are the starships coming to get me? I'm like, you are to stay right here and manifest your dream life in the 5D right here in this space. And you're going to do that by doing the inner work to purge out and reprogram all the negative emotions. And as you begin to do this inner work, it begins to change your outer reality gradually, raising your frequency. Every negative thought is manifesting and affecting you either on the energy or in your life, throwing off your manifestations as a block. And so it's important to do this inner work. You'll probably need help through this process too. Get the help if you need it, like my website. Okay, so make sure you're still feeling positive and motivated. Time to get in alignment with the universe. If you are not in union or in alignment with your twin flame, you're out of alignment with the universe in some way. And this is hard because we're always having to shift into alignment with the universe. You could be in alignment and you had some stress come up and pull you back. Keyword pull you back, because that's how it is around here, right? You were doing great. Everyone was at this high level of consciousness and got kind of pulled back the last couple of years. Okay, you're needing to stay in alignment, in tune with the universe. You're needing to stay excited about something, lit up, but actually just in alignment. That's the key space. How we're going to manifest, we're going to be in union, and we're going to be aligned with the universe. When you're in separation energies, you're out of alignment. Make sure you're staying in alignment with the universe. This brings you into alignment with your twin flame. It only takes one of the twin flames to be doing this work, if you didn't notice, because they mirror you. You affect them. You affect their frequency, even if they're across the planet. They don't even know you exist. You're affecting them. You're waking them up. And so when you do the work and when you heal yourself, this will help so you're not triggered, causing problems in the connection. It will ripple effect to them so that they're doing the work and mirroring that and feeling that. It'll make them feel a lot better. You feel a lot better. When you're in negative energy, they're in negative energy, if you didn't notice, because of that shared energy connection. So make sure you're doing the work to stay positive, but in this deeper alignment. We have the King of Pentacles. Some of you guys are needing to be careful with your money too. This is a huge thing that I'm getting into. Healing and reprogramming our finances, very connected to your love life and your energy levels. And so when people are having relationship financial energy problems, I find the three go all together and needing to heal that area. And so it's important for Divine Feminine that you're having boundaries. In a lot of areas of your life, you let people not value you and not treat you the best. And so it's very important that you are valuing yourself. You're healing wounds around that in this lifetime. You might need better boundaries. I started to get really good boundaries because my twin flame was helping me with that and teaching me that, specifically through our connection. And when I started to do that, I started to up level all areas of my life. I was no longer leaking energy. I was no longer feeding the vampires around me, right? And you need to clear the negative connections that you have and the negative interactions. You need to limit connections that you have with negative people that are draining you and bad for your energy, because it takes a toll on you and will throw off your union. So oftentimes, not all the time, but sometimes twin flames have to deal with outside energies that can get in the way and throw off union as you're having to process these. Those days of people trauma dumping on the Divine Feminine, not doing their work and playing the victim to feed on you are over. And people are gonna have to start taking accountability for their own energy and their own vibe. It is not up to you to do other people's work, Divine Feminine. Use discernment, because you will become energetically the people you're surrounding yourself with too. So trauma bonding days are out. You may need to look at your tendency to trauma bond to people who aren't good for you or well for you. That might not be the best attractions for you in your life. You're being guided to look at all of your connections right now and to declutter, and to, for both of you guys, be mindful of what you're allowing in your energetic field right now. So this is very important. Make sure that you're putting in the work. This is like, some of you guys are focused so much on the material, which is going through a shuffling, if you didn't notice. It's not tangible. So a lot of people are going to be scrambling as they're making adjustments into the 5D with what we have to release the material and let go of it, okay? I have a lot of Taurus. I was explaining to my twin flame, I'm very detached from the material at this point because of the lessons I've gone through in my lifetime of having to let go of everything and seeing that it wasn't something tangible. But I feel really good in that space of focusing on the spiritual and anchoring into the spiritual realms and doing this work in the spiritual and things like that. So we're being guided to shift our focus away from the material. I can't believe the amount of people that are focused on all the material stuff still and not taking care of yourself on the spiritual level, energetically, and things like that. Energy hygiene is so important with your twin flame connection and everything like that. Honestly, it's not what you say, Divine Feminine. It's if you're attracting or repelling this person, right? So when they go avoidant, don't want to see you, don't want to be around you, don't want to talk to you, it's because of your energy, right? And when you're doing the work and when you heal, you're going to notice they come in like that lost, missing puzzle piece, and they can't get enough of you. They're suffocating you. They're around you all the time because they're so magnetized to you. There's a very much magnetic polarity between you, Divine Feminine, and your Divine Masculine. So the more that you heal and kind of do that work, you're going to notice this is where the magic happens, whether with your union your divine masculine, or even with other areas of your life like job and finances. Some of you guys can't see everything very clearly. You're making up stories in your head. You make up these stories and they happen in your reality as you go. Ooh, right there is needing to really empower yourself and tap into this stuff on the 5D level. Some of you guys are continuing to unknowingly manifest problems and issues in your life. You sit around, think about it, and it's kind of happening. That could be an issue. This could just be fear and anxiety and things like that, and not really stepping into your full power. It could be things not moving and staying stuck. That's another common thing I see with twin flames, of not getting the results you want and not getting the proper help you need when it's a little bit easier than you think. So that's why you may need the help. So if you're not getting the desired results, you're not in union, you're stagnant, get help with that for sure, okay? Not easy to book a call on my site. Or if you're in fear or anxiety, your twin flame will amplify that. Maybe you're just someone who's been living in fear your whole life and your twin flame's near you and it amplifies it. So it's like you got fear times 5, we'll say, in your head. Fear-based thoughts, negative thoughts. You haven't done the inner work. Your twin flame hangs around you. It's amplified to a 10. There's a magnifying force energetically and things like that. So it's very important to do that work. A lot of you guys have anxiety as root cause of childhood issues, and this is from childhood trauma or issues in childhood or attachment issues. I just call it attachments and things like that. So if you are someone who's in your adult life experiencing relationship problems, anxiety in any way, fear, all signs you need to heal and things like that, okay? 5 of Pentacles, negative changes. Some of you guys might have gone through hard times. This could be separation, breakup, rejection. It could be other Tower moments. It could be like job loss, twin flame giving you the cold shoulder, being a little icy with you, things like this too. But I love this card because they're in this together. I know, right? Your twin flame's mirroring you. You're having a hard time. They have been too, by the way. You're navigating separation. They have been too, by the way. Sometimes you guys aren't able to see fully, because that goes back to the card a couple cards back where it's like you can't see everything. I have so many twin flames get stuck in. I love this. I put a post up this morning, misunderstandings, because they can't see things clearly and it causes issues because, there's no problems that you see. They're all your own problems being projected usually in your head or at your twin flame in some way and needing to heal that to heal the outer, okay? So all the outer problems go to inner issues and blocks and things like that. It's easier than you think when you learn the hang of this too, but it's one thing for me to tell you, it's another thing to master it. I've learned with the Ascension. So this is why sometimes you guys might need a little bit of help keeping you on course, or if you just need a shift, you guys know that too. However, I love this card because they're going through this, whatever you're going through, and so is your masculine. And the solution is to turn to the spiritual, right? It's literally right there, like the solution. They're literally outside, like the spiritual, like right there as a solution to your problem. So we talked about that, about getting out of the materialism and really focusing towards healing and the spiritual as a solution to any problems you've been experiencing. Knight of Wands, delays. This is like if your twin flame masculine, because this is in reverse, has been acting not in the best way, delays in your situation. This can indicate you're not ready. I see a lot of people try to force, manipulate, coerce, call it what you want, and the universe doesn't work like that, right? Okay, and you got to flow with it. And so the universe is a powerful force. You're always dealing with the universe past your divine masculine and past any situation in your life. I always try to teach people more about the universe and living here and how to kind of do things. So we have to learn how to flow with the energies too, and that you can't force the flow, right? You got to kind of flow with it. Depends how it's going for you in that specific situation. So this could be like, have you had some type of delay or blocks come up in your union? Because a lot of you guys are in union that are watching this video. Or maybe you've had, if you're in separation, you're having issues come up, okay? Because when I say blocks, it's issues. You're going to have to navigate that on the twin flame journey. Oftentimes, you guys have to navigate a lot of your own inner blocks and maybe even blocks in the connection. And sometimes outer blocks in your twin flame could be with your masculine. This is reading for the feminine. Could indicate, just needing to do more inner work or facing more of your own healing or inner blocks. I find that healing comes up in layers too. Okay, so we're going to do a quick reading, and then remember real quick, I do have a couple. I have a Cosmic Kiss activations up for today. I have some of those Planet Parade things going on my site too, so great energies to tap into for sure the rest of today on my site, but I keep saying that. Okay, we're going to do reading for the Divine Masculine Collective, Divine Feminine. If you're watching, direct messages from your masculine. I'm haunted by us. I didn't follow my heart, and now I don't know how to let you go. Sometimes masculine, and I feel this is part of the path, this is something that is outside of their realm oftentimes, right? And this can kind of, sometimes they may be guided to choose themselves, or I just think there's just more healing than you guys realize that's needed during this time. And Divine Feminine usually takes this personal and it triggers deep things. Divine Masculine is being guided to really share their emotions and to tap into their emotions more for more balance. But it's also important for the Divine Feminine to create a space where the masculine feels comfortable in opening up, getting vulnerable, and doing that. Many of you guys are also healing a lot of old negative relationship patterns and relationship cycles in your life of things that you've been through too. So you're healing deep things too and letting go of deep things. And this could be all different kind of ways, right? I'm resisting my desire for you because it's too late now. We've grown apart and maybe you've moved on. And so Divine Masculine, some of this isn't for everyone, but this could indicate having not made the right choice. I know a lot of Divine Masculines have done that. Maybe they've left Divine Feminine in some way, rejected them, hurt them, and then tried to backtrack and were surprised they didn't get the results they want, being let right back in because they've, triggered things in the Divine Feminine. Or this could be having not been ready and felt that way and needing to go work on themselves through things that Divine Feminine triggered. It just kind of depends, right, on how this is manifested. I miss looking into your eyes and into your soul. Our love was too intense for me to handle. I needed a breakaway. So a lot of times twin flames have to, I always say sometimes you guys will go through runner pattern, and this isn't like one person. Sometimes you guys both will need that space by yourself. And this could be for wounds that are being triggered as you get too close. Maybe you're spending too much time together and other areas of your life are starting to be neglected, or areas of yourself. You're used to codependent relationships where you've had to do a lot for a lot of people, Divine Masculine, or take care of a lot of people, and that this is a connection where you can't allow it to get like that. So you need to take all of the lessons of your past and learn from these lessons to kind of integrate that into the twin flame experience too. So this needs to be a healthy connection too, and I think you know that, and the foundation for that is self-care and self-love, healing the aspects that need it, cycles of life. Some of you guys have had a lot of cycles play out with your Divine Feminine. Maybe you can start to pinpoint some of the issues if you guys have had them back and forth, and begin to better navigate them, when you guys can begin to really understand each other's triggers and healing journey, and what each soul is doing here. You each have your own separate lessons and self-path. You can become such a better lover. These are amazing energies with that Mars-Venus trine for really working things out with your lover or with your partner and connecting on a deeper level right now too. So we have shadow work coming up for the Divine Masculine. If you haven't healed your shadow, you will continue to unknowingly, unconsciously project it onto your partners. I see that so much. A lot of the pain, wounds, my twin flame has hurt me in this way, actually goes back to deeper issues. I know. Okay, unresolved baggage that we carry. Let's look at how much unhealed trauma that we have as actual shadow we need to dive into. Sometimes we just don't know how to unpack and dive into that ourselves, and need someone to really help us with that too. You have shadow work surfacing. Your twin flame Divine Feminine might be reflecting that back to you, triggering certain areas or affecting you on some level to encourage you to do that shadow work. And this is where you really empower yourself and heal yourself. So a lot of growth happens in these connections very, very fast. Oftentimes you might even be like opposites, I find, but you're very complementary in so many different ways. So while you might feel like that, right? Like you're in some ways with the triggers, but you're very, very complementary too. This is connecting with your higher self, your eternal self, and really, really channeling that down here into the physical. We have precognition. This is psychic ability and future vision. We're in Aquarius season. This is a time to connect with your third eye. You might be getting glimpses of the future. You might be seeing the future. Maybe this is going to help you to manifest it right now. I had some beautiful talks with my Divine Masculine, talking about what we want for our future and trying to manifest it together, right? Things like that. I say trying. And so maybe you're even having conversations with your Divine Feminine, or tapping into things, or seeing things. This is your divine feminine, magnetic, receptive, and power. And we talked about when the divine feminine is aligned, you are a powerful force. You're meant to be the divine feminine side of service and healing and making a healing space, right? And all of that. So we talked about divine feminine being very, very powerful. Then on this side, we have the divine masculine, electric and active power. And this is like making things happen, going after what you want kind of energy. We have achievement. Make sure you're putting in the effort plus intention. So intention is very, very powerful, especially as we're learning how to navigate the universe as an intention-based universe. The intentions we're putting out are powerful, and that's what we manifest everything in our life. Every thought is an intention, okay? I know, and we're putting it out there somewhere, and it's coming back in our life, and we're learning that, so get more intentional. Okay, porthole, infinite mind and awakening consciousness. And I love this because we're in different gateways, portholes, and energies that can really help us with our twin flame connection to give us a boost to the healing we're already doing, right? Deep emotions, unknown feelings, and past life influences. So we come into this lifetime, and I was having this talk with my own twin flame about, we all have unprocessed baggage that we come into this lifetime with. So for those people, a lot of the planet, that don't feel like healing, oh, it's fine, I'll be dying soon, I'm getting off this planet, that baggage will go with you into your next lifetime, the same healing work that you have to do now, and it will exist underneath, and you just add it to the stack. So there were many lifetimes where we may not have healed certain things, and we're kind of carrying it around. So once we heal from this lifetime, what we remember, what we've been through, we dive into the past life rabbit hole of healing things like that, because sometimes these things can affect the currents of our life. All of our karma, well, generally, unless you made it on earth, a lot of our karma comes from past lifetimes. A lot of our childhood wounds and issues come from past lifetimes. And so a lot of this comes from underneath. Sometimes when you have very strong feelings, this is from past lifetimes. That goes for your twin flame situation, what I'm getting at too. And so you could have really, really strong feelings for your person that could come up. And this could be like, you know, you're always having trust issues with this person, and you don't trust them fully because in a past life something might have happened, right? And you don't know why you're having these things come up, or you're afraid they will abandon you. And, you know, in a past lifetime something could have happened, you know, where they left you or died or something like that. So sometimes some of the strong feelings that we have that can come up and detour our relationships can be from past lifetimes or even past experiences. Now, oftentimes I feel twin flames must separate. Well, most of them do. Okay, I don't know that I've met one that hasn't. But yeah, just putting it out there. Maybe not everyone, but most twin flames do. And I feel that is to break unhealthy attachments. So you may have a fear of losing your twin flame in some way. This is how it usually goes unconsciously. Usually unconsciously, you're not aware, right? You might have a fear that you'll lose this person and you might hold too tightly. This can cause control issues, jealousy, and things like that. So when you do go through the separation and when you heal and when you do that work and when you come back together healthy, you're not going to have those same attachment problems that are causing control trauma issues and things like that. So I feel a lot of twin flames may need to go through a certain series of events to heal, to make this a healthier connection. Okay, Four of Swords in reverse. Some of you guys have been in solitude, in isolation. Welcome to spiritual awakening in a nutshell, right? But some of you guys are being guided to come out of your little cocoon. Like your butterfly wings are over, time to get back out there. It could be into the job field, to getting things done, moving around in your union. It just kind of depends. I feel separation is the biggest cocoon space where you guys need to go in separately. And you'll say, why separately? Because you are the ones triggering each other, if you didn't notice, into the separation. Did you notice that? Okay, so sometimes those wounds that you were triggering that run deep and need to be healed. And so if you're in a separation space, see this as you're in the cocoon. You can't force someone out of the cocoon. It's a little bit like I take the caterpillar and try to rip it open, it'll probably die, right? And so you have to just go through the process. You need to go through the process. You'll know when it's time to emerge. That's coming back into union, the butterfly phase, right? And so there might be spaces where you have to go through your healing by yourself. And this is very, very important to having to do the inner work to heal or change your thoughts, raise your frequency, and to face your own trauma and shadow aspects. Those are the negative thoughts that come up in the separation that you got to really face, acknowledge, and heal and get rid of. Sometimes it's energy attachments, old wounds, whatever it is. Okay, so Ace of Swords, blocks, blocks, blocks. This is Some of you guys aren't seeing things clearly. There could be some type of blocks or even creative blocks. This is great energy for it. Pisces North Node is all about getting creative. Some of you guys are going to generate money doing that, like creative ideas, side hustle, getting things done, or even just, for your own hobbies and interests, doing more that aligns with you. But we have Six of Pentacles. This is a twin flame connection. That's one of the things I see people getting so tripped up about, that it's your flame when it's going well generally, but then sometimes separations, you're not understanding the process because we think twin flame is going to be like this beautiful soulmate connection. It's going to be so easy, things like that. So if you've been questioning things, this is your person, but there's some type of energetic imbalance. And I see this because I teach people about energy, and I notice energy more than anyone with the job I do. A lot of you guys don't notice some of the ways that you're unbalanced within yourself and how you're interacting. I don't mean with your lover, that's your problem, but with everyone around you. So you're needing to become more mindful of your energy. And so someone was like saying to me, I forget what they said, they were on a budget with their money. I said, I'm serious, I'm on a budget with my energy. I'm starting to have boundaries and really assess what's for me and what isn't for me. And my life is gradually improving as I'm doing that, jokes aside. And so be mindful, both of you, of your energy. But I want to translate this into divine masculine with your divine feminine. Maybe some of you guys are taking or pulling too much energy from your divine feminine, so you're not noticing they pull back to protect themselves from that sometimes. Or it could be the other way around. Your divine feminine may be pulling or latching onto your energy, and codependency, we call that, a little too much and things like that. So we're needing to make this or shift this into a more balanced connection. Sometimes separation, spaces apart, or inner work is done so that you guys can each get more balanced in your own energy and more aware of your own frequency doing the work. So this can be very common. Let's just say one is very awakened and has been doing that work. One of the twin flames is very unawakened and would be kind of affecting your energy and things like that. Now, of course, you guys won't care. You'll say, bring me them in, I don't care. But the universe does, about getting each person integrated into the 5D and more stable energetically on their own so that you guys can actually be in balance. This could indicate needing to heal control issues. Welcome to Pluto undertones as we're getting ready for this Aquarius new moon. It could be healing control drama issues and things like that. If like one of you guys is like kind of controlling or whatever it is, power imbalances, but we're mostly talking energy imbalances. And I feel that this is why some of you guys have to do that inner work or be by yourself or to heal things on your own, to heal energy imbalances. Some of you guys have attracted a lot of unhealthy dynamics where you've been giving away your power unconsciously in relationships most of the time you were dating and didn't really realize it. And this made you feel better, more safe or secure, but it was disempowering you in some type of way. So this card is about getting empowered and being mindful of your energy exchanges. Some of you guys want to make your twin flame your source and not do the work because they make you feel good. That's their energy, without doing the work, and this will drain them. Instead of going to source as the energy source and kind of getting more balanced in how you interact with them too. I see that a ton with what I describe as, let's just say, running and chasing energy. Chasing energy is full on needy vampire parasitic energy. When you guys are in the spins and you can't leave them alone and you keep trying and you're like coming at them, they're dodging you, they're in runner mode, like go away. And you're like messaging them, calling them, chasing them, right? It's like full on stalking. Sometimes I see him, not to make light of it, because you're in this, I call it the spin, and you're trying to latch on to their energy as the source instead of going to that real source, right? And things like that. So sometimes these disconnects, if there's one happening, are needed for both of you to do the inner work and to face and acknowledge and heal things, but also to get in a balance that's healthy and things like that too. That is not healthy. I told someone what my twin flame told me a long time ago. That is not love. Like, okay, that is not the energy of love when it gets in that level and things like that. So needing to look at any energy imbalances that could be for many different reasons. I see that a lot of times you guys are like, I'm done chasing, but you don't do anything else with your life and you just fixate on this person or become obsessed with this person, and it's not healthy. So what this card is all about is getting healthier within your relationships and within your connections and healing relationship wise. You've been through a lot of lessons in your life, a lot of karmic lessons to try to get you there. Twin flame is the real deal. you're meant to heal what you need to and kind of fix and work on yourself too. So, that is a conscious partnership where you guys are continuing to do the work. When we stop doing the work in relationships, yucky. So we want to continue to do the work in these conscious relationships, and then taking it to the next level will be doing the work together, okay? So just staying balanced in your interactions. If you're putting all your focus on your twin flame, and I'm sure it's making you feel good, other areas of your life fall out of balance and it drains them and it isn't that good. Having like a healthy balance for your interactions would be good for you right now. Okay, so we have the King of Wands, and this is like a lot of energy we can tap into. This is getting things done. I know that was yesterday. Today too, this is getting things done in your life. You're ready to take care of stuff. You're ready to really move into 2025 and to even move differently, Divine Masculine. You are meant to step into that king. Yeah, I know I'm done with that little princess thing, queen over there, right? King role. Shifting into that king role, right? Divine Masculine. It's a divine energy, shifting into that divine energy, getting things done and moving differently and accomplishing things. This is your goals, your manifestations, your projects, and even making your union work, okay? So you're juggling a lot. You're able to, as you're taking care of your energy, the whole point of this is that we're receiving a lot of energy from the cosmos. We talked about that. You're able to hold a higher frequency and even adjust to a lot more of this energy running through you. You have a lot more energy once you've done the work to integrate into the 5D, your whole powerhouse of energy. And this is going to help you and your union. We talked about that, right? And things like that. So learning how to cultivate that energy for yourself, not looking to your divine feminine to do that work. Things like nature, grounding, meditation, energy healing, spending time alone with your thoughts, and actually doing the inner work will help you with that. Energy charging, some of you guys might be getting like depleted, run down from other areas of your life. Make sure you're also healing yourself and taking care of your energy. This is going to help you to stay in that high frequency. Okay, I'm going on that note anyways. Have a beautiful day. I am around doing healings and activations. I spent a lot of work yesterday on my website, putting new stuff up for you. So new drop on my website. I have lots of nice new healings on there. Check it out. Take advantage of them. They're mostly for the next couple of days ahead, but you can always do anything in my website all of the time. Go with what you're intuitively guided to do on there. It's all really, really going to help you with your ascension, awakening, and even if you're on the twin flame journey. Have a beautiful day. Make sure you're booking me on my site if you do need me, sparksofdivinelighthealing.com.